Ladies and gentlemen, let the NBA cycle begin. Let the dreams begin. Let me see. So we got a trailer, and then we got like a report we got to read talking about the first little bit of gameplay. We want to see what's going on. Will they reveal anything about their business practices? Will there be a price hike? How would y'all feel if, like, because last year was the first test, right? How would y'all feel if they came out and they said, not only this year in 2K25 will we be having season passes, but we're increasing the price because we increased the value. And the plot twist is the value they increased the price. The value that they increased on the passes, they added like an extra 20 VC per level or something like that. But now we're going from 10 to 20 to 30 to $40 on the passport. Think about that. I already saw they're already promoting Bronny and Braun in the game. All right, let's get into it. Let's see, official gameplay trailer. All I expect to see is a bunch of slow motion cuts of basketball players, sweat jerseys, the courts. Like, this ain't no gameplay probably. This is most likely just a look at the graphics. Let's see. Read the comments also, bet. And it's starting off exactly how I thought it would. More sweat than ever. That's crazy. Yo, the marketing team really missed a chance to meme it up here. Over 9,000 new animations. You guys really missed it right there. Over 9,000 new animations. Holy smokes. I can't even count to 10 without 3 hands. New dribble engine. Precise stops and explosive launches. Authentic signature move me. Did they meant movement? Oh yeah, it didn't finish. Dynamic generated. Wait, dynamic generated what? Shit, moving too damn fast. Dynamically generated motions. All right, bro. Y'all really believe? Because keep in mind, this is on last gen. Do y'all really believe that there are dynamic generated motions for a game that still is running on a 12-year-old piece of hardware? Shoot like Curry with the signature shots. Advanced pro stick shooting mechanic, signature go-to shots. You never know with all the advancements in AI, maybe. That's not how. That's not how computers work, man. That's not how computers work. You don't put new, you can't run new tech on old hardware, man. That's not how computers work, dude. I'm gonna just leave it at that. Let's keep the chat. Let's keep the this is the first and last warning. Let's keep the chat high IQ. Let's keep the chat high IQ. Oh boy. I think my N64 can run it. With new defensive movement systems. They do this shit every year. I really hope it's true because I feel like that's the real issue with this game, where like the offense has always been overpowered with the left, right cheese and the dribble animations, but also what's been an issue too, because one of the ways to fix a game is you buff everything. The defense has always been lackluster, especially the interior defense. More tools need to be given to the defender so people can take more pride in playing it. We'll see. They're saying they're gonna do that. Yeah, shout out to Tube Titan with the sub. Skill, we falling for the marketing? Not me. Skill-based defensive cutoffs, tighter controls, new motion styles. Like, what does that mean? Tighter controls. Skill-based defensive cutoffs. How many cutoff animations can you do? And how many different animations can you do before it even becomes like a blocking file, you know? Shoot like with new rhythm shooting. What does that mean? You know, that's crazy. You guys announced a new rhythm shooting mechanic, and to show it off, you use the guy that had arguably some of his worst shooting percentages last year, to the point where he got traded away. Like, like I don't know if this is the right player to show that off with. Shout out to Euro met you with the sub. Appreciate it. Lifelike accuracy and authenticity, seamless dribble to shot controls. like. Oh, that's what you're talking about right there. That's what you're talking about right there. Oh, sweet. Wait. Chat. Do y'all think that they'll bring back the orange juice mechanic from what was it, 2K17 or 18? You think they'll bring back the orange juice mechanic, but it's exclusive to Bronny and LeBron? Where like, because first of all, it'll only work because LeBron gets hot, right? LeBron gets hot, and then you activate orange juice. They'll call it something else. It won't be orange juice, but like basically both of them will get game breaker. They'll call it like the family matters mode on some Drake shit or something. I don't know. And then what happens is Bronny James will be able to go from averaging 4 to 8 points when he enters. Yeah, the James Gang activate. He'll be able to go from 4 to 8 points if we activate the orange juice mode for family. Think about it. Ball over everything. Hall of Fame edition includes the League Pass. Truthfully, this trailer did nothing for me. It's exactly what I thought it would be. No real gameplay, just flashy cuts showing off Sweat the jerseys, saying a bunch of names, and then saying they at least revealed what new mechanics are in this. I think that's the first time I've seen them do that for like a first gameplay trailer in the cycle, but there's no real in-depth explanation, at least in the trailer. So I'm hoping from some of the stuff that we get into now explains, because I don't know what I read. What up, Domes? What up? So we also got this video gameplay courtside with Mike Wang, which by the way, one of the things that's part of the cycle is every year Mike Wang comes out of that Fallout shelter. What shelter do you guys think he's in? He's in 76, 33, 34. What Fallout shelter do you think he crawled out of to talk the game? Because this man's Twitter's been very quiet. Courtside report 69. Powered by ProPlay.
Welcome to our first NBA 2K20.
I'm gonna be honest, ProPlay was new last year. I couldn't tell what it added. I didn't really. So I hope this year they really put an emphasis on this ProPlay thing, because I couldn't tell what it did.
25 Courtside Report. Today we'll be talking about gameplay, which is powered by ProPlay. I'm Alexis Morgan, and joining me today is gameplay director for NBA 2K25, Mike Wang. Mike, what's going on?
Oh, it's great to be here, Alexis.
Brace yourself for a bunch of yapping. But yeah, that's what we're here for.
A technology that we introduced last year, and it allows us to take real NBA footage and translate that directly to the on-court gameplay. So it brings a whole new level of realism and authenticity.
Marketing, yap, marketing. All new dribble engine.
So what can you tell us about the new dribble engine in NBA 2K25?
This is one of the most amazing upgrades that we've had to our engine, probably in 15 years. So this is a new dribble engine built from the...
That's a joke right there. Chat. If this game is exactly the same, the content creators will be using that quote. This is the biggest change we've had to our dribble engine in 15 years. You know, another game that did the same exact thing? What was it? Bethesda with Starfield. This is the biggest change we've had to the Bethesda engine in 20 years. I didn't even beat Starfield. That shit was boring. And it still played like fucking Fallout 4. It was still janky as fuck.
Most amazing upgrades that we've had to our engine, probably in 15 years. So this is a new dribble engine built from the ground up that takes basically all of these ProPlay animations that we have, over 1,500 animations, and it dynamically creates all of the movement and all the transitions that you need to make the dribble move exactly the way you want it to move.
So my issue with this right here, and if they were genuinely confident in this, I would prefer them give this interview, because this is on the official 2K account, right? Which I understand. They want to like give the interview to like a third party. They brought in somebody they're familiar with to ask the questions, because I'm not gonna lie, if I was interviewing him, the moment that came out his mouth where he said that this is the biggest improvement that we've seen in 15 years to our dribbling system, I stopped the interview right there. We're not gonna sit here and yap. Go into depth more. Explain what exactly does that mean. You don't have to give everything away, but those are some pretty bold claims. You can't just say that. What does that mean? and give me an example.
We've had 9,000 new pro play animations to the game this year. A lot of them are shots, signature shots. So nearly every player in the league now has a signature shot. One of the cool things that we added was this feature called signature go-to shots. So if you remember in 2K24, you could flick the right stick up and you could do a little size-up sequence to get open, right? In 2K25, if you hold the right stick up, you can do a size-up sequence that branches directly into your jump shot. So it's a nice way to get
So a hezzy.
some shots off.
Let's say a player wants to recreate moves from their favorite NBA superstar. How does Pro Stick Rhythm Shooting do that?
Yeah, so Pro Stick Rhythm Shooting is probably one of my favorite features of the game because it's just a new way to play, new way to shoot. So in the past, it's always been the same, right? You hold a button down, release it to get your shot off.
Shot the fake one with the
Rhythm
sub.
shooting, what you want to do is you want to try to match the rhythm of the player's shot. So you pull the right stick down, and when he gets to his set point, you push the right stick up in rhythm with how he shoots in real life. So if you master rhythm shooting, you can actually be much better than someone who uses traditional, regular button shooting.
Sounds cool. You'll be able to do all these motions with the shooting. I guess my only issue with this and my main concern with this is the officiating with the game. If they're gonna be able to do all these animations with their shot, faking it and shit, and being, I want to make sure we're making the proper calls because that also opens the game up for more traveling. Are they gonna be calling that? That would be my concern. People finding a way to break this shit because they don't test their game.
If you're, just want to play casually, you're just picking up the game for the first time, put it on low, or put it on real player percentage, and just try to take good shots. And as you get better at the game and kind of master your timing, bump it up to high, and you're going to see that you're going to perform way better than you did with the other profiles. There's a new shot canceling feature. So what it allows you to do is to break out of any advanced shot. And just like the go-to shots we talked about, the signature go-to shots, you can break out at any time. So if you start one, you're holding the stick up, and then you see the defense collapse, or you see
see right there. Hold up, bro. Like how we better make sure that we get some proper calls on this because I can see this being a problem. I like the idea, but like this is also means that if you take the risk to do this, I also want to see the option for more traveling to be called. Shout out to Eli with the sub. Appreciate it.
Opening. You can flick the right stick to do another move, to like chain out of it, or you can just throw the left stick and take a lane to the basket. It's like a way more robust hesitation feature.
Might eat up stamina. Yeah, like I hope this is really limited to people with high dribbling skills because if everybody can do this shit, the community does that stuff. They're going to try to see what's the lowest I can do. Oh, I only need a 70 on my dribbles and I can do all these goofy ass hezzies. I hope that's limited those fluid shot animations to people with better handles. There's a price to pay that do that tricky shit.
Defense wins championships. So what does this mean in NBA 2K25?
Well, yeah, defense is a huge part of the game. It's something that's people don't always look at it as being the coolest part of the game, but it's the most important part, I think, to win games. So, there's a number of new defensive mechanics and upgrades to this year's system. One of my favorites is one we're calling the defensive movement.
Yeah, why y'all arguing in the chat? Calm down, bruh. It's World War NBA 2K in the chat. Chill out, bruh. They know 2K is not for the casuals. It's for the hardcore people that are going to spend the hardcore money on my team. That's an interesting take because I have the polar opposite take. NBA 2K is the farthest thing from a hardcore game. It's not a hard game to play. I'm gonna be honest, the hardest thing about NBA 2K, like what makes like the shooting and like the dribbling even hard is because it's so fucking laggy. Like that's the hardest thing about it. But is 2K a hardcore game? I'm not gonna lie, nigga. I could tell Spider-Man 2 was your game of the year. 2K and hardcore do not go. Only people who think that are hardcore 2K players. No. That is not a hardcore game. Bring up Mass Effect 1 and let this nigga read a menu who played 2K. What the fuck is this shit, bro? What you mean I got perks on my armor? What is this? Like, nah, it's nothing hardcore about 2K. It's a casual game. It's also one of the reasons why it sells so well because it has a mass appeal. That's literally like one of the main definitions of casual, that mass appeal. But yeah, the most hardcore thing about it is the delay. Y'all call it delay, but it's just lag, really bad latency.
And so if you're holding down the intensity trigger,
y'all just hardcore about not getting off the game.
Or forward and back even, and you can cut off the ball handler. And if you can anticipate well and you do it at the right time, you can cause them to lose their dribble or pick up their dribble. If you're the on-ball, lockdown defender kind of guy, then that's the thing you want to master.
Hold on, I want to hear that again.
and upgrades to this year's system. One of my favorites.
Watch people take your words out of context. I don't care. You know, yeah, let me tell you something. NBA 2K is not a hardcore game. It's not a hardcore game. It's not a hardcore game. It's not a hardcore game. And anybody who gets upset by that, anything you want to, I don't even care if you take me out of context. The last community I give a fuck who thinks what I care, who cares what I think, is the NBA 2K community. Them niggas can barely read. I don't care. I do not care what the two. You niggas can be mad. A 2K nigga try to argue with me on Twitter, I'll mute you. I do not care.
When we're calling
I get on this game to hoop with the boys.
So if you're holding down the intensity trigger,
You niggas never played Ocarina of Time. You can't talk to me.
or forward and back even, and you can cut off the ball handler. And if you can anticipate well and you do it at the right time, you can cause them to lose their dribble or pick up their dribble. You know, if you're the on ball.
Do you need to know about the sport? Basketball? You need to have like somewhat of an understanding, but I mean, basketball is not that hard to understand. You put the ball in the hoop, like. although I argue you probably don't, because now that I think about it, and this is an example of how casual the 2K community is. You don't even need to really understand basketball, because I'm gonna be honest. I'd argue 80 to 90% of the 2K community still doesn't know how to box out. Like, niggas make bigs and don't know what the L2 button does. I can't get no rebounds, bro. Your man just be jumping over your damn head, getting the ball and shit like that. So, like, I'd argue you probably don't even really to know that much. Just put the ball in the hoop.
Then that's the thing.
Yeah, they just jump. That sounds cool with the defensive mechanics.
NBA 2K25.
Well, 2K25 this year is all about personalization and customization and accessibility. So whether you want to take on some of the new stuff we talked about, the advanced rhythm shooting mechanic, or if you're less familiar with 2K, there's a new feature called Learn 2K off the main menu, where you can jump in, and whether you're a novice at the game or if you've been playing for years, there's something for you to learn.
Look, this proves my point. To the person in the chat that said that this is a hardcore game, this proves my point. We're on NBA 2K25, and Mike Wang has realized that the community is so motherfucking stupid. They got to put mini games in advance. They got a film room. You got a scrimmage. This is not no My Career shit. They put full-blown tutorials in this bitch like it's a MOBA. They said, God damn, you niggas is dumb. You don't know how to box out. You don't know fundamentals. You don't know when to kick the ball out. 2K niggas will catch an offensive rebound and have 5 niggas on top of their damn forehead, and they'll put the ball back up. Man, this game's selling me, bro.
There's a basic tutorial, advanced tutorials, controller mappings. There's mini games and drills and all kinds of like just different ways to practice.
So what we got? 80% of the community doesn't know how to move the ball around. No, that's facts. That's facts. If you just play good team ball, you can get some wins in. We got shooting frenzy, one-on-one ladder, knockout, rebound domination, king of the court, dribble. Since they put mini games in there, why don't they put horse in there and let people play online, like goofy shit like that?
Learn plays.
It's been there. It's called 2KU. It teaches you everything you need to know about it. They had to change it so 2K niggas can learn. Yeah, you know what? You're right. They just reskinning the 2KU. You're right.
Everything. So if you want to learn the game and get better at 2K, it's the first place you should go.
Thank you so much.
The animation does look a little bit. Let me read it. It does look a little bit different. Let me see.
Everything. So if you want to learn the game and get better at 2K, it's the first place you should go.
It does look a little bit more fluid the way he's moving.
Thank you so much, Mike, for joining us today and talking through all of the new 2K25 gameplay features. I'm so excited to see how Pro Play is evolving.
Well, thanks so much for having me, Alexis. And
they're gonna put all these tools in this game, and motherfuckers ain't even gonna try this shit. They gonna day one, they finna get on the game, pump they character up to 85 overall, and try to hit a Curry slide. Man, this shit trash. I can't Curry slide. I can't snatch back, bro.
A big shout out and thank you to the 2K community.
Fuck that free flow and shooting ass shit, bro.
Shape the game to be what
Where my Curry slide at? What's the comments? Okay, let's see what the comments is. Shit. Calling the L2 intense defense a new feature is beyond me. Yeah, he did say that, like, because I mean that's always been in the game. Clamp up with L2, and that's what I mean. Like, they need to start asking questions. Is it different? Like, did they revamp the L2 defense to give you more animations and shit like that? They got to explain that shit better. If somebody woke me up from a coma and told me this was 2K22, I'd believe them. I'm done with 2K. I just watched Steph double dribble in the shot cancellation part. Okay, so I'm not crazy. I said that's my issue. Cool concept. You can cancel out of any shot, but it looked like he double dribbled and like traveled to me. I don't know. That shit better be locked behind very high handles, because if not, I can see that being a very big problem. These new moves look identical to 24. 1,500 new animations, 1,250 for the CPU, 250 for the player. What you think, Dooms? What you think? It's our feedback that helps shape the game. They don't listen. We don't want the city. He's not wrong. We don't want the city. Y'all cooked, bring back live. Look at this shit. Y'all didn't, you know, it's crazy. This shit always happens. I seen on my Twitter timeline last week, people was like bigging up NBA Live 19. Bro, this shit's not that bad, man. Somebody uploaded a montage. Maybe we was too harsh on it. Y'all didn't want to give it a chance. Y'all did not want to give it a chance. That shit was $20. Didn't want to give it a chance. There were some canned animations in it, but Live 19 had some things going for it. My favorite thing is being able to make a woman and dunk on niggas online. It was great. But you know, now they don't want to make anymore because y'all ran them off the court. But I agree, the good animation should be a high ball handle. Oh, you agree? Okay. I'm not crazy. That's the first thing I identify. What are some things that people can abuse? So, I mean, that's the courtside thing. Yeah, everybody backtracking. Revisionist history. Now you love live. Before, it was so many people that didn't. And NBA Live 19 and 18 had its issues, but it had things going for it. Like, I liked the defense in 19 better. I always felt like it was like skill based in terms of like getting steals. But I remember when that game came out, like a lot of people just dismissed it, didn't even give it a chance. And then if one or two negative people had negative opinions, everybody just ran with those without even playing the game. Now there's a revisionist history. Oh man, this is not that bad, bro. Yo, shout out to Clips with the sub. Appreciate it. I always liked 19, and yes, making a female player was dope. It wasn't a bad game. It was room for improvement, but it wasn't bad. It was its own thing. So now we got the courtside report going a little bit more in detail. Yes, take my cookies, whatever. What is the difference between Live and 2K? Live's made by EA. Elevate your NBA 2K25 game on PS5, Xbox Series, and PC with Pro Play. The future of sports sim technology. Pro Play yeah, who gives a fuck? Let's get to the gameplay. 2K24 welcome new innovations. We don't care. Pro Play is realized in an even greater way in 2K25 using new Pro Play animations, which have been directly translated from real-world NBA footage. Gameplay becomes even more authentic as we replace traditional motion captured animations with Pro Play animations. Since they keep putting an emphasis on this Pro Play and all these new animations, over 9,000 added new animations. I hope with Pro Play they update Joel Embiid's animations and they make them stiffer because this nigga has no lateral quickness. Make sure that is in the game. Keep it real. The dribble engine is the most amazing upgrade we've had to our gameplay in 15 years. Crazy statement. Is stretch playable? Hopefully in that new game that they announced, the NBA Street successor, you should get the YouTube dislike button extension download to see the dislikes. I don't really care about that. I feel like people only use that shit for like their talking points. I don't care how many people dislike something. I'm just here to share my opinion, and you know, if y'all rock with it, that's cool. But I'm not gonna use that as like a talking point. Because keep in mind, I remember that Call of Duty space game? That was like the most disliked video on YouTube at the time. Y'all niggas still bought it. Like, what does it mean? You know. NBA 2K25 features is an all-new dribble engine built from the ground up. What up, Mouse? This is the biggest change to our gameplay engine in many years, and we're eager for you to test it yourself. In every previous version of 2K, dribble movement was managed by manually programmed, pre-scripted animation transitions from a library of motion captured movements. Now, with the power of Pro Play, NBA 2K25's dribble engine generates dynamic motion from real-world NBA footage to create new and a more authentic feel. It goes beyond animations and turns movement with the ball into a holistic, dynamic piece of motion, one-to-one with how players dribble in real life. Stops are tighter, launches are more explosive, and probing the court looks and feels smoother, more lifelike, and more consistent than ever before. We can't wait for you to experience this firsthand. Seeing is believing. There's no way for the game to be 100% fluid and give you creativity because a game has to have a gameplay loop. There's only so much computing power on a platform. So like I would take this with a grain of salt because they're making it seem like, oh, you can do anything you want, the most creative. No, it's still this. It's still a bunch of pre-programmed animations. There's just more, so it allows for creativity. Now that we got that out the way and we have an understanding, let's dial back our expectations. Let's be real here. over 9,000 new dribbling or whatever animations. How many of them are niggas gonna use? Because let me tell you what's gonna happen. Day one. I'm calling it now. NBA 2K community. This is what's gonna happen. NBA 2K25 is gonna drop. People are gonna go on YouTube. Over 9,000 animations. Are you niggas with the average reading level of an 8th grader gonna say, wow, 9,000 animations? Let me sit in the menus and really create something for myself that's unique to my playstyle so it makes it hard for people to guard me? No. What you're gonna do is you're gonna go NBA 2K25 best build. Some of you niggas get super specific too. 6'9", Ford, best animations. This is what you're gonna do, day one. So then I gotta ask, you know, I just hope that people take advantage of this stuff, bro. People take advantage of the stuff that they're putting in the game. Because you can't complain there's a lack of innovation and then you're not using anything that's in the game. NBA 2K25 provides more variety, accessibility, and freedom on offense for newcomers, seasoned players, and full-blown experts. Now, earlier in the stream, somebody was trying to argue that 2K is a hardcore game. One of the most craziest statements I've seen in this chat. There's nothing hardcore about NBA 2K. It's one of the most casual video games known to man. It literally has a gambling system. And what more, I all throughout the stream, I've been proving it. But even look at the verbiage. NBA 2K25 provides more variety. What's the first word? Accessibility and freedom of offense for newcomers. What's second? Seasoned players. This game is not geared towards hardcore people. It is geared towards casuals. Yeah, this shit is super casual. NBA 2K25 provides more variety, accessibility, freedom. Yeah, we just read that. Signature go-to shots. With NBA 2K24, we introduce dribble breakdowns to initiate a sequence of signature size-up moves that can be used to create separation and break down the defender. In 2K25, we took the concept a bit further, holding up on the Pro Stick while triggering signature go-to shots, which feature some of the most exciting dribble into shot combos directly translated from NBA footage. Another feature driven by Pro Play technology. Every year they make the game easier for casual players. Let me look at this animation. What did Mike Wayne patch today? This is the same thing from the trailer. So you have more options to create space. We get it. I feel like I want to see like better examples. They should have gave like 3 examples for each thing. Which, by the way, I know the 2K community. I know the 2K community loves this time of year when they drop these reports breaking down new mechanics, but I also know they hate it because then they got to read. Because friendly reminder. The average reading level in the United States is 7th to 8th grade. So I know they're excited to learn about the game, but then also we're also implementing a new shot canceling feature that lets you break. If you read like that, where you got to go word for word, you don't need to be buying 2K. You need to be focusing on yourself. That's not a joke. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not trying to be facetious. We talking about your life. If you read like that, you don't need to be worried about 2K. Elite levels of hate, of course. We're also implementing a new shot because, listen, I've been trying to warn people. I've been trying to put people on. They don't listen, so now we cracking jokes. We also implemented a new shot canceling feature that lets you break out any advanced shot at any time to transition into other moves. Like today, nigga, like a more robust hezzy shot fake. Wait, did I just read that? Couple with signature go-to. Yeah, whatever. Shot timing profiles. Things like TikTok and social media did damage to the reading levels. It's not just TikTok. It's also because reading is not considered cool either. So like it's that coupled with that. I knew a guy that loved 2K in college and he needed help reading Harry Potter. I swear to God. Like, bro, how did you get in college? He had to have been an athlete, right? Shot timing profiles, difficulty based. We received feedback from opposite ends of the spectrum on shooting this past year. Translation. We're not only listening to the pro players, we're also listening to the casuals. Because once again, this is a casual game. Some players love the added challenge, while others found shooting to be too difficult. My opinion on 2K14 at launch, I actually really liked it. Outside the obvious business practices, I thought the gameplay was cool. It became bad when they started patching everything. Literally, the shooting was difficult, but by like the end of like month 1 going into month 2, I started to get my shot down. And right when I started to get my shot down, I just adapted. They patched it, and I was never a consistent shooter after that again. Just ruined the fucking game because niggas was crying, especially for newcomers. In NBA 2K25, we've added a new setting called Shot Timing Profiles that allows you to customize the risk versus reward of your shot timing. Choosing the low risk reward will provide more forgiving shot timings that emphasizes ratings, openness, and taking smart shots over the release window or the stick. So play smart and you'll be rewarded even if you're not the best shooter. A mistimed shot could still go in. Wait, what? Did I read that right? A mistimed shot could still go in, but the green make window will be smaller, making it more difficult to consistently have excellent timed releases. Does that mean whites are back? Are whites back, chat? Am I reading that correctly? That sounds crazy out of context. Are the whites back, chat? Like the blacks are saying the whites are back. Like, what's up with that? Am I reading that correctly? Are white, you don't have to get a green every time? Are the whites back? Because that's the way I'm reading that. We need a clarification, Mike Wang. You said, yup, Dooms, that's what it is? I'm not gonna lie. If the whites are making a return, why the fuck would I want to put it on a high risk? I'm gonna put it on low risk. Y'all can judge me. I don't care. I'm putting it on, because first of all, I only take smart shots anyway. I'm putting it on low risk shooting. If I get the green, cool. If not, it's still a 50% chance as a white. Bitch, I'm putting a 93 ball. You niggas can make fun of me all you want. I'm still winning. Fuck you. Oh, shit. Yeah, I'm about to be a Mickey shooter. Fuck your Curry slide. That's the issue with every online game now. People don't want to learn and adapt to the new game, so they beg for patches to revert. Yeah, and that's why, low-key, I'm going to tell y'all right now, take everything we're reading with a grain of salt. Because I'm not going to lie. It sounds like they're actually putting some effort forth. It feels like they're starting to tiptoe away from the PS4, and they're really starting to take advantage of the computing power of next gen or current gen, really. But take it with a grain of salt, because even if this stuff is cool, you really don't know about 2K until a month or two into the game. We don't know the status of 2K until that first patch drop. Choosing high risk will offer more challenging time with the green on the end. If consistently good at timing shot, you're sure to reap the big rewards by choosing the option. NBA 2K24 added the shot timing cues, setting to select your ideal jump shot release point from jump, set point, push. I never, like, good idea, but it was never well executed because the game is so laggy. What you mean I can hit my shot if I learn my animation cue? It's hard to learn an animation cue if the animations are never consistently fluid. One moment I jump in the air and my release is at 20 milliseconds. The next is at 35. That's what made it hard. In NBA 2K25's My Player Jump Shot Creator, you're no longer limited to these 4 options. After selecting a base release and a release speed for your custom jump shot, you can now set your visual cue to any point in the shot, giving you full customization over when to release the shot button or the stick. See, you can't just write that. You can customize your shot cue to anything you want. I need to see, how does that work? Look, I'm gonna give myself a shot cue where I blink my eyes. Like, that sounds nice, but I need to see how that works. Like, show me some different examples of how that works. Pro stick rhythm shooting is one of my favorite features of the game because it's a new way to play. Now that I think about it, I'm an asshole. Let's go back to this real quick. I don't know about the rest of the world. Well, actually, the rest of the world is probably higher because you guys are smarter than the United States. I live in the United States. In the United States, the average reading level is 7th to 8th grade, which means some people are below it too. But anyways, I say that to say this. Ever since I created the channel Hokage Highlights, and what I'm about to say, if it doesn't apply, let it fly. And if it does apply, and you get butthurt about what I'm about to say, go back to school, work on yourself. You don't need to be playing video games. One of the reoccurring themes that I've seen since I started the Hokage Highlights YouTube channel is people in the comment section, I'm so happy that you started this fucking channel. And the main thing is because the most prominent thing on my channel is when I read the news. There's no numbers behind this. There's no proof, but I can't help but wonder, is it because some of y'all can't read? So you enjoy me reading the news? Because half of y'all in the comment section be saying I have shit takes. So some of y'all are probably waiting for me to read this shit. Like, this nigga can do full sentences, bro. Once again, if it doesn't apply, let it fly. You said, just some food for, just a random thought I had. You said both can be true. Hey, at least you're honest about it. It's like modern controls. Right, this fuck with that reading the article. I know that nigga gonna put the article up tomorrow. He gonna read that shit, bro. While shooting control methods from 2K, we already read that. 2K introduces a brand new way to shoot. Instead of simply pressing and releasing the shot button or stick, you can first pull the shot stick down to start the shot. Yeah, we saw that. That's the hezzy shit. Rhythm shooting. Move and hold the right stick down, and then move and hold the right stick up to match the speed of the jump shot. Yo, shout out to Dooms with the big raid. What the fuck? You was live watching me? What the hell? No, you're just entertaining as a creator. Oh, okay. Okay. I'm faded right now, but my reading level is at least 11th grade. That's fucking funny, yo. Chill. Give yourself more credit. This nigga said, I know I'm at least 11th grade. I respect the honesty, though. A player who masters rhythm shooting will raise their ceiling and outplay someone who uses traditional shooting, creating more possibilities to demonstrate your skills. Translation, there will be a skills gap. I'm okay with that, as long as it works as intended and it can't be abused. You selected shot timing profiles also apply to rhythm shooting, allowing you to choose a lower high-risk reward experience is detailed further up. We encourage you to give it a try. When you're first introduced, they said that like we can just play the game right now. Why don't y'all put a demo out, pussies? When we first introduced rhythm shooting to the rest of the team here at Visual Concepts, many thought it was a bit too challenging. However, those of us who kept practicing grew to love it and now can go back to traditional shooting. Translation, this is probably not for the casuals, but if you stick with it, you'll be rewarded. We've also seen our shooting percentages rise significantly as we've improved with this mechanic. With shot timing profiles, custom visual cues, signature go-to shots, and the new Pro Stick rhythm shooting, NBA 2K25 gives you the ultimate customization over how you shoot the ball. Once again, take it all with a grain of salt, because all this sounds cool, but who cares you have a custom visual shooting cue and all these dribbling moves if the game is fucking lagging all the time. Defense. Take advantage of an all-new defensive measures that impact your ability to lock down opponents, and be sure to visit Learn 2K to improve on the fundamentals. Do the tutorials, they're hinting at it. There might be some new stuff in there. Defensive movement system. NBA 2K25 features a brand new defensive cutoff system. Offensive players have long been able to dynamically change direction using the right stick, and savvy defensive players can now do the same. By utilizing the right stick on defense, you can control your player and quickly slide laterally into position to cut off an offensive player's attack. Successfully reading the ball handler and anticipating their drive with a successful cutoff can stonewall the offense and cause them to fumble the ball. Now, the same thing goes true in reverse, what I was saying about the offense. I hope this is for people who make lockdowns. You got to have like an 80-something plus stat in order to use this stuff, because I don't want to see this being abused. There are a lot of people who play 2K and make a 99 3 ball and they have absolutely nothing on defense. I do not want to see them niggas with no defense sliding to me. I should be able to blow past your bitch ass. You said 80's too low. Yeah, that probably is. At least 85, where you can do the slide animation. So it's gonna make you think about how you spin your points. I like that. I gotta see it in practice though. He said, "Oh wow, that's me." I said what I said, Dooms. Interesting. I got to see more examples besides that. Visual. Especially, I'm not going to lie, 2K marketing team. Your audience is a little slow. We need some visual cues. For 2K25, we made a significant changes to the contest system. We now use a dynamic weighing system rather than a fixed one that evaluates the impact of defense at the start of the shot versus the release and computes the proper coverage impact accordingly. Translation, your height will matter. Just because you jumped at the same time doesn't mean anything, because if the person is taller than you and they have a high release, they might be able to open up. In addition, you'll notice that the perimeter and interior defensive ratings, as well as the height differential, right there, play a more important role in calculating defensive coverage. These changes better reflect that you see what's happening on screen and reward you strong defensive sequences to increase the competition's chances of converting their shot. Translation, you're probably going to see a lot of tall guards this year. Don't be surprised if the 6'6" and up meta is a thing. Why am I getting an ad to join the Navy in Spanish? Plus, I got a damn 2K ad? I don't know. Like you said, I'm with whatever moves away from the last gen. Yeah, I feel that. Like, dear 2K community, if you guys genuinely want this game to improve, you got to stop buying the PS4 version. I'm hoping this is the last year that they do it. To make AI play more complementary roles in 2K25, we made improvements to the court spacing, offense, defense, coaching, and AI difficulty to evaluate your overall experience. Take a look at some of the key changes below. Court spacing. Our new spacing engine has over 20 adjustment locations from inside the three-point line that feeds AI a constant stream of spacing information, yielding lifelike results. Now, if what they're talking about is true, this will not be in last gen. To the person earlier who said maybe the PS4 will get AI, when I said let's keep the chat high IQ, and I said that's not how computers work. If you want the latest technology, you need the latest computing power. Artificial intelligence in video games. It has nothing to do with the GPU. It is the CPU. It is the one that does all the computing on that. If you have a 12-year-old piece of hardware, I just have, AKA the PS4 with the ice bag on it to keep it cool. I have a hard time believing if what they say is true, this is going to be in the PS4. With more advanced AI. The individual freelance also has redesigns to account for this new spacing engine. This extends to the tech that drives AI double team reactions to increase the priority of spacing during double teams. I get the computer's computing, motherfucker. Some motherfucker told me I was cyberbullying him for telling him to buy a new system because the PS4 came out 10 years ago. 11. That's what I would have said to him. You're cyberbullying me because the PS4 came out 10 years ago. Nigga, it came out 11. Don't even acknowledge the cyberbullying point. I make them feel worse. It came out 11 years ago, and it's about to be 12 because we're almost in 2025. You have, if you're still on the PS4, you've had plenty of time to upgrade. So now I'm gonna ask, what are you doing with your finances? We know what you're doing with your finances. Every year you spend $100,000 on VC. Be more fiscally responsible. Stop it's not Joe Biden's fault. Not this time. Not this time. We know what you're doing. You've had plenty of time to upgrade. You have a tween. This year in 2025, the PS4 will be 12 years old. You have a tween. You have a middle schooler. Your computer's a middle schooler. And then the year after that, 13, they'll be a teenager. Let it go. Let it go. They had 11 years to save $500. But you're an asshole if you say that type of stuff. I gotta ask, what are you doing with your money? Now, if you're a kid or something like that, like that's different, where you don't have control over your funds, that's different. But look, I'm strictly talking to the adults. We revamped our cut to basket logic for the AI to lessen untimely cuts to the rim and freelance by your AI teammates, leading to better driving lanes and drive. So it should just be overall smarter. The PS4 still works if you put ice on it. A redesign of our defensive help logic, allowing for better pursuit angles and rotations. Players now have the ability to save and share their playbooks with the NBA 2K community. Ain't nobody doing this. Niggas gonna curry slide. That's what they gonna do. Grown folks couldn't wait to get PS5s when they weren't available. Now nobody got one. That's what's so confusing. Y'all was ready to pay $1,000 during COVID for a damn PS5. Now it's $500. Everybody broke. If you genuinely broke, I'm not making fun of you. You know, focus on yourself, get your money up. I'm just confused about the stories. Like, y'all inconsistent. AI difficulty is now based on more than just shooting percentages. Lower difficulties will experience less aggressive offense and defense and make fewer strategy changes and adjustments. We scaled on-ball defensive delays per difficulty, so attacking the basket on lower AI level AIs is easier, increasing body up with win resolutions for easier blow-bys. Interesting. Some people are backwards. They are. If you want to learn the game and get better at 2K, Learn 2K is the first place to go. So we got new tutorials. Yeah, whatever. We don't care about that. And that is the first courtside report. As more come out, we'll be sure to read along. First impressions. It sounds good. But the key word is, it sounds. It sounds good. We got to wait till we get it in our hands, see how people try to break it. 5 ads is nonsense. Sub it up. We ain't hit the sub goal. What else I got for you? Oh. So one of the reoccurring themes, new multi-streaming might be more efficient. What is this? Oh, yeah, I seen this thing. I like the thing that I have already. But yeah, this is cool if people are into that. Every 2K season, when they start doing the courtside reports, the Mr. Mike Wang, the gameplay director, comes out. He comes out of his hole from his fallout shelter, and he starts just talking to everybody. So I thought we can scroll down the timeline and see some questions that he asked. I noticed in the trailer that the net on the goal has a different animation after a swish. Are there any other little attention to details that are coming to 2K25? That's what you want to know? This is why this game don't ever improve. Well, actually, we're still working on it, but we're making it to a point to add a lot of more ball and rim physics. Rim physics. We're asking about rim physics. Oh my God. Did dribble moves get any improvements to make them feel more fluid? That's in the court report, nigga. What about dunks, alley-oops, and contact dunks? Anything unique for slashers like LeBron, Ant Edwards, Devin Booker? Yeah, over 500 new pro play dunks, way more than we normally add in a typical year. Okay, a lot of dunks, Niggas don't even ask thoughtful questions. Yeah, like, yo, asking, that's another thing. If you want to get better at asking questions, it'll make you a better debater too. Asking questions is a skill. One of the biggest lies the American school system has taught a lot of y'all, and including your parents, there is no such thing as dumb questions. Yes, there are. Yes, there are. Come in here, come in my chat and ask me, why did you cut your dreads off? You can still do right stick steal. Oh, wait. With the new cutoff defense, our right stick steal's gone. You can still do right stick steals by releasing the... Yeah, you could do it. New SIG jump shot for KD. Yeah, KD got a new pro play jumper. They asking... you asking about Kevin Durant's jump shot in specific? Come on now. You said, why did you? Just kidding. Mods, clear the chat. This also includes dribble styles. Lots of new dribble styles from 25 last year to 37. I wonder who they added. Y'all think Derek White will get a dribble style since he's on Team USA? And NBA 2K25, but more importantly, each dribble style is filled with authentic pro play data. Does the collection of 9,000 animations include new layup moves? Layups are also iconic. Yeah. Yes, over 1,400 new layups. New packages include SGA, Kawhi, Maxey, Monk, Reeves, Clay. I think that's what I'm gonna make. I think I'm gonna make like a prime Houston James Harden type of build with like a high layup. I realized that like I got a good floater game, so I think I'm gonna lean into that this year. You said the SGA build. I was thinking prime Harden build, but you know, with a high 3-ball too and good defense. That's what like I'm thinking I'm gonna make. And a lot of people are not good at guarding the floaters. So you said copy. What do you? How does the shot feedback work for rhythm shooting? Good defense. No, yeah, well, that's where it's gonna be different. Yeah, I'm not. My fault. I wasn't saying James Harden had good defense. This is all in the court report. Yeah, he's answering surface level questions. That's disappointing. Oh, there's more. Does height play a factor in the shot contest? Yes, it does. That was in the court report. Hey, I'm not gonna lie. We're finna get off this shit. It was kind of like a half joke. But you know what I said? Like, you know, jokes are half truths. Like, the funniest jokes are half truths. And I'm not gonna lie, these tweets are proving my point. 80% of these, you guys this nigga never talks. The main developer on the game is answering your questions, and you guys are asking questions that are in the fucking court report. Read. We're getting off of this. That was disappointing. I noticed one thing. Nothing was mentioned about finishing in the paint. That's a good point. I want to hear more about the interior defense too. They just kind of gave like random animations. Open to school, open to books, man. This was interesting. I saw this on the timeline. You think next year in 2K26, my career, they're going to use Bronny's storyline? If they do, I want to play for the Mad Ants. It better be a G League storyline where we play for the Mad Ants. Got to remember the majority of 2K players are glue eaters. Yeah. Looks like the courts are going to be bigger in 2K25. Is the court player model ratio different? We adjusted the player to court ratio in NBA 2K25 to give players more room to operate. It's improved the flow of the game and allows for certain cuts that would be often get jammed up before. I like that. The AI spacing engine, I don't care about that shit. I like that. They made the courts bigger. It always did, like the past couple years, feel like 5v5 was a little crammed up. So that means cutters in theory should be better, like slashers. Give you more space. We'll see how it plays out, but that's a good thing. Sweet, more court space. And then I don't know where this is from, but I saw this on the timeline. Does anybody have the link to the full video of this interview? That would be appreciated. You got Luke Cage in the chat. I had to get him subbed. Luke Cage. We got Power Man in the chat. More space for ball hoggers. It was live streamed on Twitch.
Here, it's been one of the most exciting year-over-year upgrades in gameplay that we've had in a long time.
What up, Siggy?
But I'm going to have two things. Can I say two things?
All right. Yeah, for sure. Go for it.
My two things are going to be the new dribble engine, which we're excited to talk about and show fans how that came together.
Fuck all that slashing. I need motherfuckers to learn how to shoot. Well, it sounds like the shooting's going to be easier and harder this year. So, I mean, whites are going back in the way it seems. This is the full thing. God damn, I'm not going to watch this a full fucking hour. I might watch this on my own time. Like, this is like, I'm not going to watch all that now.
My second one is going to be rhythm shooting. So I won't say too much about it right now, but it's a fun way to play the game.
Yeah, I guess you said you asked for it. Yeah, I'm going to save it for later. I'll watch that on my own time. What's the point of doing an interview if y'all not going to ask no follow-up questions? Come on, Stacks. Come on, Evan. I don't know Evan, but shout out to Stacks. I got to ask some follow-up questions. Like, what do you mean? Playing 2K is surface level gaming, I guess. Pretty much. But yeah, that's only thing that matters is Bronny's rating at 89 or we riot. All right, Siggy. Shout out to J2 Lifted with the sub. Appreciate it. Give us the TBH breakdown when you watch it. Or maybe like tomorrow I'll watch it because I'm like, this is like, we got to put this on ×2. Like, this is a long fucking video, bro. Or maybe get AI to fucking summarize the talking points in this shit. I might see if I can find some AI to read it or like skim through it for me. But yeah, that's the 2K